Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today's video is somewhat Halloween themed. I got my little Stitch outfit on-ish, kind of. But anywho, so today we are baking a German chocolate cake. I've never done this shit before. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I can honestly say I felt like I bit off more than I can chew, but I'm not finished with the cake yet. It's already baked. I'm trying to do the icing and everything, but I'm gonna have you follow the process, see what I did to get what I get, and then we're gonna come back at the end and I'm gonna show you the end result. So keep your fingers crossed. Let's see how this gonna turn out.
All right, now we're gonna dive in and start mixing our dry ingredients. So, number one, flour. We're gonna add our sugar. I'm not gonna lie, while making this, I was like, is my bowl big enough? I was worried. I was worried. But yeah, you're gonna see how it turned out. So, mixing the flour and sugar together. And then we're gonna add our cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder. We're gonna add our baking powder, baking soda, and salt, and stir that up. Dry ingredients, mix it all together. And now this is what they call buttermilk. I've never heard of that before, but a buttermilk. And now I'm adding my eggs, and we're gonna blend it all together. Yeah, after I add my vanilla. But this video was challenging to make, I'm gonna say, because one, the camera went out at one point for the one that's focusing on me mixing the ingredients. And two, I was just making a mess all over the place. So that's why I said, like, oh, I think I bit off more than I can chew, because I have to make three different things to get the finished product. And maybe I wasn't prepared for it. And this one required boiling water, which I've never heard of that before. So, boiling water. All right. Now mix it together. So the cake portion now is finished. Just making sure everything is even, and oil my pans, because this is like a tier cake. It's not like one cake, so you got to stack it on top of each other. So for the amount of mixture that I use, I wound it up with four small cakes. And I was afraid to pick the bowl up, so I just get one of my measuring cups and I started pouring it in to make it easier for myself, because like there's no way I wouldn't have made a bigger mess if I had tried to pick that big old bowl up with all that stuff in there. So this is the easiest way for me to do it. So all right, now though, here's all four pans. And now the oven was already preheated at 350. And I'm gonna put those bad boys in, let them bake for about 15 minutes. Now, this is me making the topping. So, this is where I think I went wrong, because I already had all the ingredients mixed together, and I think I should have done it step by step. It still looked the same at the end, but the taste wasn't the same, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, it had the look but not the taste. So you're gonna stir it on medium heat until it get caramelized and have that goldish brown color. And that's what I did. And I did that and I put it to the side, and then I jumped over to my icing. Now, for the icing, it was pretty straightforward, powdered sugar, cocoa powder, melted butter, vanilla extract, and just beat that bad boy together until you get your icing. And with all of this, it's not one straight shot because, like, I had to let everything cool. So I went to go pick up my son from school, then came back, and then try to put everything together. All right, now we're ready for the cake. So we're cutting off the top. I've always seen people do that, to have like a level top so you can place the other one on top. So this is as level as possible. I did have that cake cutting thing, that wiry thing, if you can see in the background, but it wasn't given. Maybe I was doing something wrong, so I don't know. Anywho, so I just used a knife. All right, so now we are putting on cake number 1. And we're gonna put the icing around the rim so we can keep her filling in. And you see it has that nice golden brown color because I let it simmer for a bit. But looking back at it now, I don't think I put enough icing on the rim. All right, filling in, icing on the edge. Now we're adding the other cake. And we're going to be repeating that process. I only did a 3-tier cake, even though I baked 4 small cakes. So I am so, I'm not going to say stupid, but the cake thing, it spins. And I'm there twisting and going around when I could just simple twist the bottom. All right, so adding the final cake on top. And starting icing it. But I think the kitchen was a bit too hot because the icing was melting and it was starting to lean to the side. So I had to put it in the fridge, take a break, and then come back because it was just wobbly, like very wobbly. But it looked good though. I'm proud of myself. First time, baking a chocolate cake from scratch, and I'll try to do a fancy one on top of that. It turned out good. All right, so this is when I just took it back out of the fridge, and I'm cutting my slice so I can show y'all what it looked like. So I think I put too much filling on the bottom, but it turned out good. That's a little snippet of it, and yeah.
All right, my foodie family, I'm officially finished. And as I said in the beginning, I think I bit off more than I can chew. But, this is my cake. You can see the filling inside. It was supposed to be on the top, but this thing kept on wibbly wobbly, wobbly. I ain't got no time for that. So, so I didn't get to put it on the top. But here's a slice. Look at that. That coconut cream filling, so we gonna try it. Bless it. Now, I've had this before, and comparing to the one that I had, I'm gonna give this a 7. So what that simply means is we're gonna have to do this again for another video sometime down the road, and I'm gonna practice a little. But it's giving regular chocolate cake with some filling inside. So I think something didn't go right along the line. But then again, this video was like a disaster, kinda ish. But just tastes like a chocolate cake with some coconut filling in there. So can't be mad at it. But I know my family gonna finish all that. I ain't gotta worry about that. But as I said, this is a learning experience. My first time doing that and actually doing a chocolate cake from scratch. So I'm not mad at that. So like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment if you have a better recipe or if you know how to make this. Let me know how your thing goes, help your girl out. But it's been a pleasure. Happy Halloween. I'm in my little stitch thingy. Peace and love. Bye, foodies.